there, WaxPackers. Adam coming back at you with another edition of WaxPack Flashback. And we're going to be going back in time, and so is the subject of our pack of cards this time around. We're talking about Terminator 2 Judgment Day stickers, okay? Not only that, we got a lot of packs of them, you know? So we're gonna go into the history of that film, talk a little bit about it here. So I remember this was a phenomenon, okay? And I was able to talk my mom into taking me to see this in the theaters. I was 9 years old. I was like, everybody's going to see it. It's so great. And then her coworker was like, oh yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, there's a little bit of language. He's gonna be fine. So we went and saw it, and it was an experience. It was one of those special films, of course. Now I own a VHS copy, and there's the director's cut. There's so many, different ways that you could view the film, including there was that show at Universal Studios, which was Terminator 3D. This whole experience where they actually had people come out into the audience, but then you had 3D glasses to watch all this new footage that James Cameron had shot. Growing up in Southern California, that was one of the benefits. But also, it was all over just like magazines and things like that. So here's, a Starlog magazine. You have T1000 and, Arnold coming back there. But on the back, there's all this stuff here about a hotline. You can take the telephone challenge. You flip to this. Now they want you to buy all the merch. There's T2 merch. So, I mean, there was just so much going on with the promotion of this film. I remember cups at like 7-Eleven or one of the convenience stores. Of course, all the action figures that were being put out, those were really fun. My buddy had a bunch of them. I had like one. I had an Arnold, just the standard one, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, it was just a moment in time where everybody was so thrilled that this movie, which was, generally known and generally popular, was getting like a balls out sequel. And it was everything you could want from a sequel. It really improved over the original, in my opinion. But either way, I'm excited to reminisce some more as we get into these sticker cards. So let's check it out. Okay, so here we are with our pack of T2 Terminator 2 Judgment Day stickers by Topps from 1991. If you can believe it, you're getting 5 stickers for 25 cents. The packaging here is interesting because it is a wax pack, right? But I love how it's kind of like those school folders, but in red instead of black and white, How it just kind of have that look to it. I wonder what they were going for. I guess it's kind of a digital design. If you look at it there too, maybe supposed to be kind of like Terminator Vision. I don't know. But let's open this first pack up and see what we get inside. Ooh, it's a very smooth open. I'll tell you that much right now. Okay. So starting out here, not so friendly persuasion. We're getting towards the end of the film here, where you got, 2 of the returning characters and Miles Dyson, who unfortunately meets his end in this film, right? But this is kind of cool. So you see right here they have an additional photo on the back, which is neat. But also this options armed input tracking at the bottom. I'm trying to figure out what that's supposed to mean. Is the red bar matched up to the red bars on the right of this? It's kind of an interesting design, but I don't know what they're going for 100%. All right, let's check this one out. Besting the behemoth. So there you are, over an overturned semi there, tanker truck. So let's see. Out of control, the tanker trailer driven by the T-1000 slides on its side at 60 miles per hour toward an approaching steel mill. It crashes through the building and releases a flood of liquid nitrogen. Terminator, still clutching his M79, rolls off the overturned tanker. So I like how they just call him Terminator. There's T-1000 versus Terminator. He's not the T-800. So some more action right there at the end. The final farewell. Of course we remember this. Let's see if so look, you see on the right there, the red is amped up all the way, much higher on this one, but I still don't understand what the 100%, reading purpose of that is. Still kind of cool though, but look, there's the classic poster image, which if you've seen The Last Action Hero, that Sly Stallone is popped into that, which is hilarious. Anyway, blasting a big rig. So many semi-trucks and big rigs in this film, from the opening chase where, T-1000 is trying to get John Connor on his bike. I mean, man, so much great stuff here. Now here is a more pensive moment, a thoughtful Terminator here. More than a machine? Let's find out. I think this is when they're down in Mexico. Unlike many of today's action films, Terminator 2 Judgment Day is a dark science fiction parable with rare sensitivity. Terminator, initially an instrument of destruction, becomes a young boy's guardian and ultimately a machine who can feel real emotion. Okay, everything there is tracking. All right, we're going to go for pack number 2 here, so let's open that up. All right. Ooh, look at that. John Connor. Look, he looks pretty good right there next to Arnold. Eddie Furlong, man. This was his moment, right? We thought he was going to go on to be like the biggest thing. I don't know. He wasn't the Leonardo DiCaprio we expected. But Edward Furlong was also obviously in talks a lot when James Cameron was going to do Spider-Man. He might have been Peter Parker. I need a vacation. Oh, who needs a vacation? Oh, so this is one that goes together. You can probably recognize that clavicle right there of Arnold, that iconic clavicle. How many actors and celebrities can say that? Mankind's enemy. Ooh, it's not even the same shot, but pretty close right there. Yeah, man, those robots. Stan Winston studio outdid themselves. Okay, so there's the far left side, the Terminator face. Do you guys remember those Halloween costume kits where you could make yourself a Terminator face, the half Terminator? That was awesome. All right, battering van. Let's see here. Yep. Check this out. So the combatants, T-800 versus T-1000. Man, Robert Patrick really brought it. Still impressed by his running. Okay. All right, we got another pack. Let's do it. This is so fun. I love having multiple packs, especially when they kind of give us tiny little packs to deal with. Ooh, the T-1000's aerial exit. Motorcycle through the office building window. Oh, I'm shaking with excitement. But yeah, that iconic look, I remember they made an action figure of that, which was kind of neat, where, of course, the big moment of this is when he turns into his metallic goo and slides through the I guess there's like a bullet hole in the window, right? Programmed to protect. Yes, look at that. Arnold, one of those iconic poses. He had it all down by this point. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Oh, more Arnold in action. Hasta la vista, baby. It was so crazy how he had two. He already had I'll Be Back, right? And then he gets another one when this movie comes out. So many iconic lines from Arnold. Oh, look at him blowing the T-1000 into pieces. That's cool. Oh, and here is that after he has stolen the biker's outfit and bike, he's searching for John Connor. I used to hang out in those type of, I don't know, not reservoirs, I guess, but they're drainage canals. I grew up in California, so I was doing a lot of that. They were just a fun place to be. Sometimes we get chased out by the cops. Anyway, Road Warriors. Seriously, the vehicle chase action in this film is nonstop. I never realized it till rewatching it recently. All right, last pack here. Let's get into it. There's no holograms stickers, unfortunately. It would have been nice if they'd come up with some chase variants, but let's check this out here. Hey, look, there's the big rig pursuit we were talking about. Of course, at the end of that is the first time we really see the full T-1000 transformation, the morphing from silver humanoid into Robert Patrick, which, man, I don't know if you guys remember his cameo in Wayne's World, but he milked that role for all he could. Cycling cyborg. Let's see if they save. Oh, wow, we really are getting this sticker piece together. We got that part of the head down there. We got the clavicle. A few more packs. We'd be ready to go. Oh, here it is right here. We gotta rescue Mom. But here he is teaching him hasta la vista, baby, and everything else. What does he say? Reasoning that his mother may be the T-1000's ex-victim, John Connor demands that Terminator accompany him to the mental hospital where she is imprisoned. Of course, she's not happy to see him. Oh, and look at this. This is interesting right here. So Guardian of Tomorrow, this doesn't look like he looks in the film at all. Look at that hairpiece. Did he have a wig on in that? Like, what's going on there? That's kind of strange. It almost looks like young Arnold from the first film. That's weird. In 1997, aware that its human creators were about to disconnect it, Skynet, then in control of U.S. defense, sent missiles against Russia. This is what triggered Judgment Day. A horrified Miles Dyson smashes all records and materials connected with the project. And wouldn't you know it, our last card, Judgment Day. There it is. Sarah's Nightmare. Yep, there we go. Sarah Connor, haunted by both past and future, has a recurring nightmare. She sees innocent children romping in a playground suddenly blown into black leaves of ash by a nuclear explosion. It is a vision of Judgment Day, August 29th, 1997. So grateful we all survived. All right, but let's see what my favorite card in these packs was. I really had a fun time with those T2 cards. I mean, how could you not? The movie is so great, so anything to do with it is going to get you excited. It was great looking back at that moment in time. It is strange. You know, it mentioned that it was kind of a heartwarming film. It had a sensitivity. It really does. I mean, I think that's why I don't fault my mom for taking a 9-year-old to an R-rated movie, you know, because its heart was in the right place, even though it had some rough edges. But as far as my favorite card or sticker in this case, I gotta go with the actual endoskeleton here. I mean, looking at what was underneath Arnold's body, right? I mean, that was what was so cool, is knowing you had these awesome metal skeleton robot creatures, you know, that were ready to attack. So that is fantastic. That one's going in the folder. As far as what's coming up next time, look, it was on the cover of that Starlog. I got excited. So I think we got to open up another pack of Bill and Ted's most atypical movie cards. In fact, I have two. One for Bill, one for Ted. So let's go check it out. Stay tuned for our next episode. Stay subscribed here on TRN TV, and we'll check you later.